सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो। सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो। सद्गुरु साई ध्यान करो। सद्गुरु साई ध्यान करो। सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो। सोहम ब्रह्मा सोहम विष्णु सोहम ब्रह्मा सोहम विष्णु सोहम साई ध्यान करो। सोहम साई ध्यान करो। सोहम आत्मा शिव परमात्मा सोहम आत्मा शिव परमात्मा ब्रह्मानंद से हृदय भरो। ब्रह्मानंद से हृदय भरो। सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो।
The translation goes like this. Meditate on the divine word Soham, which means Sa Aham, I am that. Brahma, Vishnu, Sai, Shiva, all these names and forms are in essence the supreme Aham, or we may say the supreme consciousness. Therefore, in and through contemplation on these forms, gradually strive to evolve and reach to the essence, that is Shiva Paramatma or Parabrahman, and then experience your heart filled with nectarine, divine Ananda. Soham split into so, sa and hum. So and hum forms the basis of various techniques in Raja Yoga meditation, because these two expressions, so and hum, are aligned with the breathing. Though we are not going to get deeper into it, but then to have a taste of what Avatar has to say about it, let's see a small clipping where Swami speaks about Soham in the context of yoga. It's a short 3-minute clipping.
సోహం సోహం అనేటువంటి శబ్దంతో మనం గోచరిస్తుంటారు.
The divinity is present in the very breath of man in the form of Soham.
అనగా ఆ సో అనేటువంటి దీన్ని నా యొక్క ఆకారం అన్నారు.
It is said that very syllable So is my form.
అది నా ఆకారం అన్నారు.
That is my form.
అయితే ఇట్టి ఆకారం మనము గుర్తించడానికి వీలవుతుందా?
Is it possible to recognize that form?
తనను తాను గుర్తించుకోవటమే ఈ యొక్క శ్వాస యొక్క ఆకారం.
To know one's own self, to recognize one's own self, amounts to recognition of the breath. Yeah.
కూర్చున్నాం.
You are seated.
కూర్చున్నప్పుడు సోహం వస్తుండాలి.
You just find this Soham
దీన్ని
going.
వాచ్ చేయాలి.
Watch this Soham.
ఏది సో ఏది హం.
What is So? What is Hum?
ఏ యొక్క నాట్యం నుండి సో అని వస్తుండాలి.
And what is the origin, the beginning place?
ఏ ద్వారం నుంచి హం అనేప్పుడు దిగుతుండాలి.
And what is the nostril through which Hum comes out?
ఒకటి పోవటము ఒకటి రావటము.
One is inhalation, other is exhalation.
కనుకనే ఈ వచ్చిపోయేటువంటి శబ్దం మాత్రం గుర్తించుకుంటూ పోతే సో.
And if you watch this inhalation and exhalation process, it is
ఒకటి
so.
లోపల పోతుండాలి.
One goes in, breathing.
అది ఏ సో.
Breathing in is So.
హం
Hum.
ఇది అహంకారం.
That is
అది
Ahankara.
బయట పోయేటువంటిది.
That is Ahankara, ego. Breathe out.
కాబట్టి బయట పోయేటువంటి దాన్ని మనం మొదలుపెట్టాలి.
All that is breathed out must be left out.
లోపల పోయి ప్రాణాన్ని అందించేటువంటి దానిని మనం గట్టిగా పట్టుకోవాలి.
We have to hold on to the life oxygen that is breathed in.
కనుకనే సో అనేటువంటి తత్వాన్ని మనం గట్టిగా కుంభకం చేయాలి.
So we should retain the oxygen that has been taken in.
కనుకనే అనేక మంది సాధన చేసేటువంటి వారు రేచిక పూరక కుంభకములు అంటున్నారు.
Many of the seekers in spiritual path think of these three aspects.
సో అని ఒక ముక్కు నుంచి తీసుకోవాలి.
Breathe in through one nostril.
రెండో ముక్కు నుంచి అమ్మ అనేటువంటి వదిలిపెట్టాలి.
Through the another nostril you breathe out Hum.
ఈ రెండింటికి మధ్య లోపల కుంభకము కొంతసేపు నిలుపుకోవాలి.
In between the two there is middle stage Kumbhaka, retention of breath.
ఈ మూడింటి యొక్క తత్వము కాలం ఆధారం చేసుకోవాలి.
And you have to go by that time interval process.
కాలం యొక్క ప్రమాణం మనం గుర్తించుకోకుండా కేవలం ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టుగా చేస్తుంటే ఇది ప్రాణాయామం కాదు, ప్రాణానికి అపాయమే.
And if you don't go by the timing interval process and think of the maintenance of the time, it is not simply pranayama, breathing process. It is apaya, leads the danger of your life.
కనుక సో అనేటువంటిది ఎంత కాలం నీకు తీసుకుంటున్నామో
The time you take it to breathe in
అంతకాలము దాన్ని కుంభకం చేయాలి, నిలిపాలి.
must equal for its retention kumbhaka.
ఎంతకాలం నువ్వు నిలిపినావో అంతకాలం దాన్ని వదలాలి.
The time that you take to retain the breath must equal the time that you breathe out.
కనుకని కాలస్వరూపాయ మహా అన్నాడు బ్రహ్మను.
So Brahma, God, is time.
సోహం అనేటువంటిది బ్రహ్మతత్వమే.
Soham is Brahmatva, created.
కనుకనే కాలస్వరూపమైనటువంటి బ్రహ్మతత్వాన్ని కాలానుగుణంగా మనం నడుచుకోవాలి.
Therefore, as God is time, we should proceed carefully.
We will not get into the detail, but for the sweetness of how Swami deals with this was played. And we observe that here it is Soham Brahma, Soham Vishnu, Soham Sai, Soham Shiva Paramatma, it is said. So in another discourse delivered on October 2002, Swami aligns this Soham with Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. We will just see what Swami says. I quote Swami. What is the meaning of Ishwaratva, that is divinity? It can be understood as the divine auspicious breath of Soham that emanates from a human being. Soham means I am that. The sound of breath in a human being, that is Soham, establishes the nature of divinity. Soham is sattvic in nature. This Sattva Guna is Ishwaratva, that is the Shiva principle. That is why when it comes to Shiva, the lyric is Soham Atma Shiva Paramatma. There is another principle that emanates from the divine breath, namely Vishnutva. That is the Vishnu principle. What is the form of this Vishnu principle? The feelings in the mind. In other words, mind is the Vishnu principle. There is yet another form that emerges from the navel of Vishnu, namely Brahma. Thus, the principles of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara are emanating from the Soham Tattva in a human being itself. In this trinity, Shiva is the Soham Tattva, Vishnu is the mind, and Brahma is the Vakswarupa, that is the form of words. It means every word that emerges from a human being is Brahma. Every resolve, Sankalpa, emerging from the mind is Vishnu. And every breath coming out of the body is Ishvara. Thus, divinity is permeating in the entire human existence. Swami explains beautifully like this. Now, we will spend the next 10 odd minutes. Since it is literally I am that, Soham, we will see how Vedanta deals with this Soham. Soham is exactly one of the Mahavakyas, Aham Brahmasmi. We will deal with Soham in couple of Upanishads, how it is said. I will try to explain in the most simplest manner possible. Verse 16 of the Isha Upanishad says, O sun, the nourisher, O soul seer, O controller of all, O Surya, the son of Prajapati, disperse the rays and gather up thy fiery light. O that, what an auspicious form is thine. O that most glorious form do I behold. That is this. It is the Supreme Self within me. He indeed am I. The last line is, in the Sanskrit it is Asau, Asau, Purusha, Soham Asmi. That is this. It is the Supreme Self within me. He indeed am I. The devotee takes in his first glimpse and exclaims, Oh, it is you. What an auspicious form you have. He recognizes and sees what he sees and finds that it is he himself that is there. What a wonder. Sa aham asmi. He indeed am I. He rejoices. The truth has dawned upon him. The ecstatic moment of realization has come at last. Pushan, the sun, has graciously obliged him by lifting its veil. Initially, he is praying out to the sun, in your rays, I am not able to see that Lord. Please dim your rays so that I can have a glimpse. So, the devotee has reached the penultimate stage of realization. So, the sun also paves the way and he is able to see the God. And then, when at the moment, that moment of realization, he sees that he realizes that whatever he was seeing as God is nothing but he himself. Sa aham asmi. That is realization. What is realization? In simple words, non-duality is realization. Realization is the removal of the ego. What is the ego? The ego is the smaller aham, that is ahankara. The bigger aham is self. The smaller aham is ahankara. Me the body, me the mind, me the intellect. This is what differentiates us from the Supreme God. This one ego. And this one ego, it branches out and it mushrooms, it spreads and manifests in various different forms. Attachments, aversions, etc. When that ego is transcended, we find that we and he, that was what was concluded in the Atmanivedanam last. We and he were always one, there was no difference. And he created us as he himself. We blinded ourselves with our notion. It's a false notion that we think we are this body. Jnani does not do a great thing. He just removes this ego. He removes this, whatever is left when we purify the rice. What we just take out all those impure things from that. The rice is there. Similarly, this ego, when we transcend this and then we cross this limitation of our body mind, it is not an invention. Invention is something new. It is a discovery. Because we always were divine. Because God cannot create anything which is not divine. So this is the stage where he says ecstasy. This ecstasy in Ashtavakra Gita exclamation is expressed as Aho, Aho. As Janaka reaches that stage of realization, his expression is Aho, Aho. That one entire chapter of this Aho expression is the same expression is here. I am that Soham. In another Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, again a very old Upanishad, we are told, in the beginning, this world was only the self, in the shape of a person. Looking around, he saw nothing else than the self. He first said, I am Soham, Soham Asmi. Thus, Soham is the first speaking of the Absolute itself. The expression of the knowledge and knowing of the self, we too are Soham. When something is prefixed with Om, it becomes Soham. So you meditate on Om or you meditate on Soham. It is the same thing. And Om, we have very well understood that was the first vibration ever to have emanated. Similarly, this is the first expression of that Supreme God. Then he creates. Ever since the blog has started, and especially after you have all got into the WhatsApp group, and much before that, for the last 9 years, for these three sadhakas, only this truth, this Soham, I am that, only this is the God. Okay, the expressions, they would have got some hundreds of sessions. Okay, like from the Alcover to airport, you can approach through 5 routes, the destination is the same. For 9 years they have been taught one single truth. I am that. Okay, the entire 108 Upanishads talks only about this I am. Nothing else. So when they look back, oh Master, 2011 you told the same thing, 2014 you told the same thing, 2016 you told the same thing. In all the treaties you told the same thing, in all the sessions you told the same thing, because Ekam Sat, truth is clear. Expressions can be different. Truth is clear. To take you back briefly, what was came to be known as Sat Chit Por. I would request Raghava to search and post it again for those who want to refresh themselves or for those who are not ready. We arrived at this truth principle through two ways. We took the Panchakoshas, Panchakosha Nyaya it is told, and then we took the three states of consciousness. Very quick recap. We tried to validate Balavika's Guru's know about Panchakoshas, no need to explain. Annamaya, body. Manomaya, mind. Pranamaya, prana. Vijnanamaya, intellectual. And Anandamaya, bliss. We went through all these five koshas and we tried to validate this with three fundamental principles. What are the principles? In each of the stage, when I am there, existing in each of the stage, three tests for this. Whether the state is changing or it is changeless. Vikara or nirvikara. Whether I am existing as pure awareness only, Chaitanya only, or there is something other than me also existing there, about which I am aware. Second test. Third test, whether there is a difference between seer and the seen. Me, the subject, and anything else, the object. We saw through all these stages. We took the body. First test it failed. How many changes in the body? So it cannot be eternal. Mind. How much we change. The thoughts which were occurring when we were 20, we think how stupid. And even now what we are thinking after 10 years, oh, how foolish I was thinking. Now we are evolving, till death we are evolving. Mind is changing. Mind cannot be eternal. Okay? Prana. The intensity of the prana, that also keeps on coming down. As we progress. Intellect, of course, like the mind, intellect also. Always we think we are super intellect. But when we evolve, we rule out our previous stage. And we think at every stage in our life that we have reached the peak, the pinnacle of our intellect, which we rule out as sheer ignorance after 10 years. Now comes to the, are you all following? I am explaining it. This is all very difficult thing, but very simply it is being explained. Okay, now take to the last one, the Anandamaya Kosha, that is, it is deep sleep state. Okay. Sir, there is no body, there is no mind, there is no intellect. So this should be eternal. When we pass through all these three tests, it fails because the next day when we get up, we are the seer and the deep sleep, we know that we have had the deep sleep. that is different from us. Number one. Number two, it cannot be eternal Chaitanya because the deep sleep is not granted every day. The deep sleep is not eternal. Every night we are not going to have. So, after passing through all these, it came to a stage that in and through all these 5 stages, there is one seer, one awareness, pure awareness, which is observing, which is witnessing all these 3. Yet, apart from all these 5, all this, thus eternal witness, it concluded as pure awareness, which passes through all the tests. It never changes. Number one, there is nothing apart from that. Number two, there is not an object for this subject. This is the only subject. When we are at the pure awareness, means the realization stage, the stage of the Jivan. Second test. Out of that, one part is covered already. We took the 3 states: waking, dream, deep sleep. In these 3 states, we saw that in all these, deep sleep we have covered already. Waking, our mind is working, body is working, intellect is working. All these 3 we have ruled out as they cannot be eternal. Okay. In the dream, our body is not working, mind is working, and a little intellect is working. Mind, manomaya kosha, we have ruled out. It does not pass through the 3 tests. We have ruled out. Deep sleep, now we have covered. The deep sleep also, see, it is the subtlest. After the Anandamaya kosha, after the deep sleep, it is that pure awareness. What is called as Turiya in the Upanishad language. 4th state of the eternal state. So we pass through all these 3 and then we observe that okay, in the waking state also there is a witness. There is a dream state also there is a witness. Why it is there? Because in the deep sleep also there is a witness. Otherwise, who was there when you were having a deep sleep? No body, no mind, no intellect. Who was there watching you when you are having a deep sleep? Who is that which is giving you the awareness next day morning that previous day I had a deep sleep? Who is that? Okay, that witness was there even in the deep sleep. Otherwise, next day morning you will not know that you had a deep sleep. Right? And in all the 3 states, that eternal witness consciousness. So, are you all clear? Any confusion, please ask. Okay, these are all difficult Upanishad subjects giving you in spoon, ready to eat. Okay, because Soham is such an object, so I cannot talk about Bhakti or I cannot talk about miracle when we deal with Soham. Soham is the subject itself is like that. Without getting into the Raja Yoga, without getting into the Pranayama, Raja Yoga, and to be very frank, I have never been into that part. So I am not even competent to explain about it. Okay. Through entry, travel, exit within 5 months, Swami took me only through Vedanta. So if at all anything can come from here, it is from here. And Bhakti, of course, because from childhood, for so many years, Swami has been kept me in there. Now, wherever we are in our life, now pay attention. In whatever stage of spiritual evolvement or spiritual ignorance we are in, whatever. There is nothing more powerful than positive self-assertion. Okay? So, our mind may be stupidly wandering about here and there. He may be far away from that stage, ultimate stage, which he is explaining continuously for the last so many talks and so many blog posts. When you have all started, then that time it was Bhaja Govinda. Before that, so many subjects have been covered. Vedas and Vedantas, one topic is there in the blog. Extensive. So many of them. Wherever we are, in the morning, why Brahma Muhurtam is given so much importance? Okay, take some relaxation. May not be 3:35, 4:30. Because the secret is that you have had a sleep on the previous night. If you are lucky, a very good sleep, or with a little disturbances, at least you have slept for some time. Your body and mind has been put to rest. Next day, with all your vasanas, with all your impressions, with all your ego, you are going to interact with the world. Your ego is going to play, their ego is going to play, there is going to be a tussle, tug of war, all these stupid things are going to happen. Morning, when you get up, nothing has started. You have not encountered anybody. And your body has just got up from rest. Mind has taken rest. Intellect has taken rest. That is why it is insistent. Rather than implicitly thinking that elders have told, no, there is a purpose for this. Early morning 10 minutes of your prayers, that power you cannot have in the remaining 23 hours and 15 minutes. Take them. Whenever you are going to get up, when you are able to get up, with brushing, no problem, in bed, in puja room, no problem. 10 minutes drawing and do the self-action. I am God. I am God. I am God. Swami and me. The purpose of this life is to transform this assertion into an experience. Start the day with this. If you sincerely do this, come back to me after 1 minute. There is this. There has to be something. And that will monitor the play of the ego in the remaining 23 hours, 15 minutes. Believe me. Okay? Swami Shivananda, he never speaks, he roars always. Always he roars like a lion. He says, even if you have nothing to eat, even if you are in the role of unemployment, you must say with great force and power, Soham, Soham, I am that. Sa Aham Asmi. You have been spoiled by the mind and by ignorance. What is ignorance? I am this body. Ignorant of the truth that you are God. That is the first ignorance. In Vedanta language, avidya. You are that. You are ignorant about that. That is why you are drawn into it. And then you undertake actions. And then these actions fetch karmas, future births, hundreds of births. Is it required? Even after coming into Sai food, even after Swami giving intuition to this person, go, speak out, speak out, speak out, speak out. One person, 4 hours, 3 hours, he may get this sleep. All people here are witness to that. 12 o'clock. Message, most of the times, 4 o'clock you message in your face. All these things are available to you. Utilize the opportunity. In Gulf, can we know that we will be here for 10 minutes? Nobody can. Only the king can say that I'll be back till we lost. Nobody else can say. Each day is going. When tomorrow dawns, today becomes yesterday. And every day becomes yesterday. After 1 year, we say, oh, I lost 1 year ago. 24 hours into 365 days. Why? Don't lose the opportunity. How many of human beings are blessed to be in a satsang? When as a child, Satya used to go there in his teens, maybe when Chandrababu Naidu used to come to Puttaparthi, people used to flock to see him. Where Sakshat Parabrahma Parameshwar was there. We are in his satsang, we are under his fold. Parabrahman, 16 कलाओं के साथ 16 कलास पूर्ण अवतार. He is guiding us directly and indirectly through this service. Okay. This spirit we will learn much. As usual, okay, all of you can sing together, no gents ladies separate. Okay, 2 times each line.
सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो. सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो. सद्गुरु साई ध्यान करो. सद्गुरु साई ध्यान करो. सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो. सोहम ब्रह्मा सोहम विष्णु. सोहम ब्रह्मा सोहम विष्णु. सोहम साई ध्यान सद्गुरु साई ध्यान करो, सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो, सोहम ब्रह्मा सोहम विष्णु, सोहम साई ध्यान करो, सोहम आत्मा शिव परमात्मा, ब्रह्मानंद से हृदय करो, ब्रह्मानंद से हृदय करो, सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो.
Now she will sing once and not to the beat, slowly you follow, because certain lines, some intricacies are there. We will see if you are all able to follow, or she will do it in a simple way also for you to follow it easily. Observe பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம் எப்படி வேண்டாம் slow observe பண்ணுங்க ஒவ்வொரு லைன் இதில் கொஞ்சம் இஷ்யூஸ் இருக்கு.
सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो, सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो, सेकंड सोहम 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 ध्यान करो, ध्यान करो, again repeat that line, first line. सोहम सद्गुरु साई ध्यान करो, variations not coming in. सद्गुरु साई ध्यान करो, ध्यान करो, सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो, सोहम ब्रह्मा सोहम विष्णु, सोहम साई ध्यान करो। सोहम साई ध्यान करो। सोहम आत्मा शिव परमात्मा। सोहम आत्मा शिव परमात्मा। ब्रह्मानंद से हृदय भरो। ब्रह्मानंद से हृदय भरो। सोहम सोहम ध्यान करो। So variations I have all cut actually. All plain. Try to sing plain. Any confusion you can call me and ask. Okay.
I mean, what you can do is that both versions you record and send in the first version with full, and the second version sing. So they can listen, and then what's the okay. You'll quickly learn a second version and old Sanatana version. Very beautiful version. साईश्वरा जय जगदीशा, जगदीश्वरा हे प्रतीशा, गुणगंभीरा प्रणवाकारा, चिदानंद रूपा दया सागरा. Composed by my Bhajan Guru in Delhi. Those were the golden days when every time I used to go to Delhi, I used to come with 15 new bhajans, and they used to be taught in the Samarkand one by one. Lot of practices used to take place, and then once in 3 months we used to offer those special bhajans. Those were the days. How beautiful if we contemplate like this. Supreme Brahman, Jagadisha, Supreme Brahman, Lord of this creation, who chose to descend in Pratishtha. And when he descended as Daya Sagara, ocean of compassion. Why? What is that Daya aspect with which he chose to descend into the Pratishtha? What is that? That Daya means that compassion is to elevate us to his state, to undertake sadhana with all virtues, guna gambhira. Everything emanates, everything originates from him. All the virtues originate from him. He wants us to be exactly as him, because we are exactly him, but we have forgotten somewhere, we have missed that truth. So to undertake sadhana with all virtues, so as to reach him and to merge with him and exist as him, What does it mean to exist as Him? Chidananda. Chidananda Rupa Vyasa. The 4 lines of the bhajan, if sung with bhava, it's fulfillment actually. One does not even feel to take any other bhajan. That is the fulfillment of this bhajan. Long back this was taught. And it was Gitaji who took for the first time in this bhajan. Let's learn both spirits of this bhajan. Beautiful bhajan.
साईश्वरा जय जगदीशा साईश्वरा जय जगदीशा साईश्वरा जय जगदीशा जगदीश्वरा हे पतिशा जगदीश्वरा हे पतिशा जगदीश्वरा हे पतिशा जगदीश्वरा हे पतिशा ईश्वरा जय जगदीशा गुणगम्भीरा प्रणवाकारा गुणगम्भीरा प्रणवाकारा चिदानन्दरूपा दया सागरा चिदानन्दरूपा करुणा सागरा साईश्वरा जय जगदीशा जगदीश्वरा हे पतिशा साईश्वरा जय जगदीशा गुणगम्भीरा प्रणवाकारा चिदानन्दरूपा दया सागरा चिदानन्दरूपा करुणा सागरा साईश्वरा जय जगदीशा
Matchless. Bhajans need not be 8 line, 9 line, 10 line. Simpler bhajans can take us. Just see, we not follow. I will learn from her and then I will sing. Only part of it. Now I know the scale part. 59 dozens cannot equate such words. Bhava, bhava. Today's text, love.